Okay. Tamara Allen Thomas,
Present.
Laura Arthrell,
Here.
Mike Belmont,
Here.
Danica Griffin,
Here.
Karen Lyons,
Here.
Sarah Rzuski,
Here.
Larnica Reed,
Here.
Melanie Timbers, Terry Lawson. Terry, say here. Say here. Okay. Does anybody have anything for public comment? I do not see any hands up. Greg, do you see any hands up?
There are no hands up.
Okay, no public comment. Okay, on to board matters. Dominus High School. So,
Get started, I would ask that Dr. Allen will choose her vote from this if she would mindfully. But it's always her action to do so. Go ahead.
did you guys hear that?
No. Can you repeat it?
She's asking Dr. Thomas to consider recusing herself from the vote.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I apologize.
That's okay.
I'm asking Dr. Allen to please recuse herself, or at least consider recusing herself from this vote. Thank you.
I spoke to Matt, who explained the recusing process. Is Matt on here? Is
Yes,
Matt on?
yeah, I'm on here. Yeah,
So if you
so
tell me something different, Matt, I will respectfully recuse, and that's why I reached out to make sure, because Madam President, I absolutely had planned on recusing myself because of the nature of knowing, I know Dr. Jones. And so when I reached out to Mr. Rakunas to inquire about that, he informed me that abstaining is if there is any Matt, what can you?
yep,
explain?
it's
I'm
yeah,
instead of me trying to-
I'll step in. So the under the Ethics Act, she would have to recuse herself if she has an immediate family member who has a fiduciary gain from the vote, or if a business to which she or an immediate family member is associated with. Dr. Allen Thomas and I did talk in detail about her connection with this particular vote. And I don't believe there was anything there that would legally obligate her to abstain from a vote on this matter. Certainly, if she felt that she couldn't be biased or there was other reasons, that I would leave that up to her. But from the legal end, in terms of an ethics violation, I don't believe there would be any reason legally that she would have to recuse herself.
Okay, thank you, Nat.
No worries. Thank you.
So do you want me to read the motion since Terry's, yeah, okay. Okay, so we have one motion this evening. It is the board, I need a motion for action to approve the agreement with Dominus High School's temporary operation for the 25-26 school year only, virtually, until Dominus commences in-person instruction at 703 Rhode Road, Pittsburgh, PA 15235. Furthermore, enrollment of the Woodland Hills School District resident students at Dominus High School shall be capped at 10, and no additional resident students for Woodland Hills District may be enrolled after September 2nd, 2025. Dominus High School shall waive all tuition payments otherwise due to Woodland Hills School District resident students during the 2025 school year.
So moved. Second.
Is it discussion?
Okay, wait, here we go. Motion, nope, motion. I'm sorry, who was the first so moved? Who was first?
Ego, me.
Dornica, okay. Thank you. And who is second?
Me,
Who's,
Sonika Griffin.
thank you. Okay, now, do you guys want to vote online or do you want me to call out your names? I don't know
Is
if
there,
you're able to.
is there a discussion?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Any discussion? Any
I just-
discussion?
I just have a couple things. Just over the last week, over the last couple weeks, of course, we were doing everything in our power to, of course, support the program and so on. But that said, over the last couple days, I've been getting, more information and phone calls from other school districts with some serious concerns. Concerns about what this program can provide at this point for kids this late in the year virtually. If you look at the PDF for the Dominus High School and the course offerings, and I went further into it this week when I was getting phone calls from other superintendents and their concerns as well. I find it very difficult because it's very difficult to be able to provide these programs virtually. Doing this for 27 years and looking at some of these programs, if you see in there, childcare owners, business or restaurant owner, catering, food truck entrepreneur, sports medicine, biotech. It's just looking at the robotics, things like that. Anyways, looking at it, and if we are really looking at the putting Woodland Hills students first in this decision, I have serious concerns with this program operating virtually. If at this time of the year, with this much time that has passed and looking at the original agreement, I have serious concerns for the 10 students that we have that will be enrolled there.
Thank you, Dr. Malishnik. I think my only discussion, and I'm glad you brought that up because I think it was brought up at one of our meetings. I think it was prior to this. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe it was brought up. And when Dr. Jones was there, I specifically asked about, well, what are you doing or what is going on? Because, not that we have to really monitor, that, but I thought it was a valid point that was brought up. And so, obviously it was a concern of ours. And so, either he can explain to you, but the way he explained it to me was that they are partnering with those organizations and businesses so that because they have to maintain their charter, they are not going to risk their charter. And so part of that was to partner with, like you said, the culinary arts, the gentleman that does the robotics, all those different types of programs that they are looking to have. They have, at least he expressed to me, that they had partnerships, almost like field trips, so that you're virtual, but you can also, you can definitely have field trips if you're virtual. So that's my take on it. And I just wanted to share that just because I know that that was a concern. And so I wanted to just bring that level of comfort to the board in regards to that, that concern. And that's it for me.
Did he mention anything who he's going to be partnering with? Did he say what companies, what organizations? Because I didn't receive anything from him. So
No, because I don't think that, remember, I don't know, did you formally say, hey, who are you going to work with?
no, we didn't
Okay.
ask at that time.
Yeah, and I just
But
asked
it would
only
be
because, go ahead.
it would be nice to know like who they're partnering with, especially if our kids are going to be in there.
Well, I know that, again, I think that that is definitely, like I said, I asked because we talked about it. And I think that if it was something that was requested of him, I don't think he'll have a problem. I just don't think when we were discussing, I don't think it came up to say, hey, Dr. Jones, can you give us, this is what we need. I don't think it would be a problem because he was pretty open with saying that, like saying, hey, we are partnering. I mean, for me to, I don't know how to answer other than I know he has partners and I'm certain that if you requested who those are, I don't think that would be a problem.
And you, looking at the PDF, you feel that that would be sufficient to meet, looking at his job or his descriptions of these programs?
I believe again to our point, to your point as well, is that let's get some what is it called? I believe that if he has a partnership and anyone who is, I don't believe he would jeopardize his charter. That's what I do believe. I don't believe he would put his charter in jeopardy if he could not meet the requirements. That's what I believe.
May I speak?
Mhm.
Hi, this is Arthurel. I have a couple of concerns, and the first ones were voiced by Dr. Maluchnik in his letter to us, especially the fact that the level of programming services and student supports promised in their charter and highlighted in their own materials, it's not feasible to meet that. Having worked with online curricula before, it's not easily put together. And from our point of view, they were going to function as a working school from one of our buildings, and now they're going to switch to an online school. Uh, I feel that would be very hard, especially because they're seventh, and we're only talking ninth and 10th graders, and so their academic course catalog for ninth and 10th graders does not feature as much of that going out and doing working with people in the public. It's basically what we offer here at Woodland Hills: English, math, biology, global connections, which I'm going to assume, which is the world cultures, phys ed, health. And then they do have some electives, and they do have a very their entrepreneurship for ninth and 10th grade is business pitches and storytelling, marketing, segmentation, and business finance. I think that unless they have an already created online program for that, they might be flying on what people call a wing and a prayer to put that together, because I would like to see that actual thing. Online materials are very, very hard to put together. And I feel that and the things that they actually offer at their school, which are the four concentrations, which are culinary, education, technology, and healthcare. Certainly, you can get two of those at Forbes, and a good education at Forbes. You can get those at Forbes. And as far as uh, 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 education and technology, we have an excellent. We have technology. We have clubs. We have groups. I think that we are offering those things here at Woodland Hills, and that we should encourage our families to participate. They may not know that we have that because they may have been invested in the Dominus programs up through 8th grade and feel good about it. But I would be very uncomfortable if there was not a firm curriculum, and if the kids weren't getting something that had really steadily been prepared when they can come to our schools, because they still are our students. And the other kids, the Penn Hills kids, can go to their home school and get those things from Forbes. I think they should really take advantage of well-established programs in their home school districts, including online education. We have WOA. We have our own online program that's been working for years, and it's a good one. We've been working at it, and I think all of the things that Dominus, with good intentions, wants to do to keep their charter and continue, but could be offered better if those students would take advantage of what Woodland Hills has to offer. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Arthurel. And one of the things that I definitely think that is important, that I feel like all traditional public schools, including my own, because we deal with charter schools, and is to really highlight what we do. So I definitely agree that highlighting what we do as a district is extremely important. And additionally, I would say that remember that this charter is not for the 10 kids that we have at Woodland Hills. It is remembering the children that are, and I get it. You're going to say, well, does it matter about any other kids? But that's what we are voting on, is a charter that is going to impact not only Woodland Hills, but maybe other districts don't have those wonderful programs that we have at Woodland Hills. So I'm just thinking of our children, just period, and just thinking that whether it's a Woodland Hills or it's a non-Woodland Hills student, the ability to be able to look at an online program. I have an online program at my school, and curriculum, we've had to just take courses because we didn't have teachers. And you may have experienced this too, Dr. Malishnik. Sometimes if you don't have a teacher, we had to go online. And it was not maybe a whole bunch of time that you had to do so, but you work with different organizations. We work with the AIU. Again, I think that those questions are better suited for Dr. Jones than any one of us. I can't answer those questions. I just know from the educational standpoint that it's doable. It's not impossible. And again, just thinking about, again, it's not just the 10 kids we have at Woodland Hills. It's approving a charter to be virtual for all students that have enrolled in Dominus.
To answer your question, we did have a few superintendents call me with concerns, and that was with their kids. And as you know, as online curriculum and planning, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of online. I'm not a fan of virtual because I think the kids are better in a brick and mortar classroom.
Agreed.
Yeah. And online curriculum planning does take time. I don't think that they have that time to do that right now. And as you said, is it doable? Yes. Is it not impossible? Yes. But I think those are that comment alone, I think tells us, is this what we want to put in front of our kids? Doable, but not impossible. At this point in the year, I would prefer, they be in our brick and mortar classroom. And I know talking with the other superintendents, they feel the same. I'm also concerned about what precedent may set, how it might look upon us with other school districts after they're expressing their concerns to us.
I apologize. I didn't have that information, obviously, that there were other districts that were concerned. This is obviously the first time, hearing about that. So I was not aware, obviously, of that and their concerns. And had they reached out to Dr. Jones again, when we have concerns, I think we do good with, like we're doing, we have discussions about it so that our concerns can be addressed. Because we can't guess, we can't think what someone might be doing, but I think it's always important to hear from the people who are doing it. Again, hopefully that's the end of my discussion. I believe, this was rich discussion and ready to go from here.
Just remember, as members of the Woodland Hills School Board, our board policy is to support public schools. We have to support public schools, and we need to keep that in mind. Thank you.
Jill, are you going to roll call, or did you say you were going to try and go on? It's probably easier just to roll call it.
I'm thinking just roll call because
Yeah.
Matt. Greg is telling me that there's an issue with the Zoom call, so I'm worried that I
Yeah.
won't get it on the recording. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to call names.
Okay.
If everybody's ready for that.
Okay.
Terry, are you ready? We're going to do the call. Okay. Okay. Donika Griffin,
Yes.
Dornika Reed,
Yes.
Laura Arthrell,
No.
Tamara Allen Thomas,
Yes.
Sarah Rzuski,
Yes.
Karen Lyons,
No.
Mike Belmont,
No.
Terry Lawson. No. Okay, so that's 4-4. And
Jill,
yes.
you have to hold Terry up so we can hear her vote. We have to hear
Terry,
it.
you have to yell. Come to the phone. No,
Is she muted?
hold on.
Turn it all the way up.
Hold on, I'm turning my phone up. Okay, go ahead, Tara, say it again. Did you hear?
No.
No.
Okay, I heard her that time. Yep, I heard her that time. Okay.
So it's 4-4. I have no idea what that means.
That does not pass.
Okay, so that fails. Motion fails.
Bye-bye. Have a good night, you guys.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, wait, I have to ask for an adjournment. I need 2 people to say adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Laura and Mike. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.